Talk about something that comes up all the time in medical labs. We're going to get into two words you've definitely heard before, but you might use them interchangeably: accuracy and precision. They sound like they mean the same thing, right? But in the medical world, trust me, the difference between them is absolutely critical. So let me just start by asking you a question. Picture a high-tech medical machine. You run a test on it, and it gives you a number. You run it again, and it gives you the exact same number. Every single time. Is that machine perfect? I mean, your first instinct is to say yes, for sure. That kind of consistency feels like perfection.
And you know, this isn't just some thought experiment. This is a real thing lab technicians see. When a machine just spits out the same result over and over, it looks incredibly reliable. It seems so confident. But the big question is it telling the truth?
And that's where we hit the twist. Because in medical testing, consistency is only half of the story. A machine can be super consistent and consistently wrong. And that, as you can imagine, is a huge, huge problem. This is exactly where we need to break down the difference between accuracy and precision. Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to start with the first big idea: accuracy. The best way to think about it is like you're playing darts. What's the goal? It's to hit the bullseye, right? The dead center of the board. In a lab, accuracy is all about being truthful. It's the measure of how close a machine's result is to the actual correct answer. That bullseye is what we call the true value. And an accurate machine is one that gets its darts right there in the middle, or at least really, really close. Let's make this super clear with a real-world glucose test. Let's say we know for a fact the true amount of glucose in a sample is 100. Okay, so we run it on machine A. The first reading is 98, the next one is 101, the third is 99. Now, they're not identical, are they? But look how close they are to that bullseye of 100. That's what we call an accurate machine. Now, let's flip the coin and talk about precision. If accuracy is all about hitting the bullseye, precision is about hitting the exact same spot every single time, even if that spot is way out on the edge of the dartboard, nowhere near the center. So, precision is purely about repeatability. It's all about consistency. A precise machine will give you the same number or results that are incredibly close to each other every single time you test that sample. And here's the key: that result does not have to be correct. It just has to be the same. Okay, let's bring in machine B. We're using the exact same glucose sample, so the true value is still 100. But look at this. Machine B gives a reading of 120. We run it again, 120. And a third time, you guessed it, 120. This machine is unbelievably precise. It hits the same mark every time, but it's wildly inaccurate. It is consistently and confidently wrong. All right, it's time for the showdown. Let's put these two machines and their results right next to each other. This is where you can really see how these two ideas clash and why it's so incredibly important in a doctor's office or a hospital. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it lays out the problem. Over on the left, you have machine A. It's truthful, but it's a little inconsistent. Its results are all clustered around the right answer. Then on the right, you've got machine B. It's consistent, but it's just plain wrong. It tells you the same incorrect answer with total confidence over and over again. And believe me, this isn't just a technical debate for scientists. This is the bedrock of reliable medical testing. The numbers that come out of these machines are used to make major decisions about your health. So getting it right is, well, it's everything. Which, of course, leads us to the million-dollar question. If you absolutely had to choose one, a machine that's honest but a bit scattered, or one that's consistent but basically a liar, which one would you want handling your results? And here's the crucial takeaway. You don't want to choose. It's a trick question. The goal, the absolute gold standard in any lab worth its salt, is to have a machine that is both. You need it to be highly accurate, so the result is true, and highly precise, so it gives you that same true result every single time. That, and only that, is a truly reliable machine. So what happens in the real world when a lab tech gets a result like the one from machine B, perfectly precise but obviously wrong? Well, that's when all the alarms for quality control go off, because a consistently wrong answer is actually a very specific kind of clue. They don't just toss the result out. No way. They become detectives. First, they check the calibration. Does the machine just need to be reset to the correct standard? Then they check the chemical test kits, the reagents, to make sure nothing has expired. And finally, they double-check all the settings to rule out simple human error. The good news is a precise but inaccurate machine can often be fixed. So let's wrap all this up. You can really think of lab machines as having one of three personalities. You've got the confidently wrong machine, high precision, low accuracy. Then there's the inconsistent but honest machine, high accuracy, low precision. And finally, the one that every single patient and doctor is counting on, the truly reliable machine, the one that is both accurate and precise. Understanding that difference isn't just about words. It's right at the heart of